Chapter 9. The army's heart is in turmoil. Shopping center, Song Army Camp. Outside Gao Xianzi's tent. As Lin Chong with his upper body, revealing a large number of hideous scars, knelt on the ground. More and more people followed, and knelt down, in a flash. 500 people who were familiar with Lin Chong knelt down. News leaked out. The surrounding generals have known the evil of the imperial son, in the rear of the insults and kill the military. Those who had previously received the bad news, but was suppressed by Gao Xianzi generals, have also followed Lin Chong kneeling down. That was Huang Taizhen, a great banner, a personage who has weight in everyone's heart. The marshal will be treated equally in order to appease the generals. In the future, if my family meets with misfortune, the marshal will choose to sacrifice me because of the identity of the other side. Soldiers many times have a life and death friendship. A person kneeling, close friends follow, like dominoes, chain reaction. 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, 10,000, 20,000. I implore you, Marshal, to be clear about the law. Those who kill my relatives, behead them. I implore you, Marshal, to set the record straight. Those who kill my relatives will be executed. I implore you, Marshal, to make it clear that those who kill my relatives will be executed by decapitation. First hundreds, then thousands, then tens of thousands. For a while, the generals' voices shot up to the sky, roaring with a wave of anger, angry with a wave of unwillingness. It eventually converged into this loud roar. Nearly all of the generals were in the middle of the roar, and the sound covered the entire mall. Not far away, Prince Song listened to this earth-shattering roar and looked at the increasing number of generals kneeling down. Prince Song's heart was also instantly cooled. This was not blowing up the camp. This was mutiny. It was countless times more powerful than the bombing of the camp that had just begun not long ago. And with this mutiny, countless generals were even reddening their eyes. How could this happen? How could this happen? Prince Song looked at this scene in horror. In the middle of Gao Xianzi's tent, Gao Xianzi loosened the broken teacup in his palm. His face was in a state of dismay. Guhai, ginger is still old and hot. It turns out that you've been taking away military personnel to cause panic in my camp, brewing for many days, just for today, to force me with the whole army. For a long time, Gao Xianzi was unable to calm down, and only after his heart turned over for a while did he slowly calm down. Outside, the sound shook the mall, inviting himself to give justice. The number of kneeling generals grew and grew. Gao Xianzi got up and slowly stepped out of the tent. Not far away, Prince Song ran over in panic, looking towards Gao Xianzi, who walked out of the tent. Marshal, everyone let out a shout. Great Marshal, please Marshal, be clear about the law and avenge Xiao Di. My subordinate is willing to trade his life for his life. Lin Chong was in the midst of crying and roaring. Knock, knock, knock. Lin Chong continuously kowtowed. His head was covered in blood from hitting the ground. The face mixed with blood, tears, and mud looked bleak and desolate. Looking at Lin Chong, Gao Xianzi took a deep breath. Although this mutiny was single-handedly caused by Lin Chong, but Gao Xianzi did not blame him. On the contrary, a trace of guilt flashed in his eyes, because Gao Xianzi understood that even if there was no Lin Chong, with Guhai's ability, he would have caused what happened today. And this Lin Chong followed himself for many years. To their own orders, never doubt the implementation, never rushed in the forefront. The body of the scars are time and time again, in order to fulfill their own account and caused so many years. Lin Chong, even heavy injuries, have not shed tears at the moment, kneeling in front of their own, but the whole person has collapsed in general. I implore the Marshal, clear and righteous law. Those who kill my relatives, beheading. Kneeling hundreds of thousands of troops, nearly at the same time a loud cry. That is a morale, a kind of morale that no one can stop. At this moment, all people look at Gao Xianzi, waiting for the Marshal and the whole army morale in unison. Imperial grandson, beheading. Gao Xianzi looked at the hundreds of thousands of kneeling army in front of him, the spirit of a trance, as if he saw the ancient sea clad in armor, standing in front of his own. At this moment, the ancient sea is the marshal, is in command of their hundreds of thousands of army against themselves. The one who is in command of 800,000 troops is no longer himself, but the ancient sea in the trance. At this moment, the trance-like Guhai was holding his sword and pointing it at himself, just waiting for an order. These hundreds of thousands of troops would kill him and tear him into pieces. Gao Xianzi had a shuddering feeling for a moment. Marshal, the face of the Prince of Song, who had arrived not far away, was ugly to the extreme. Prince Song was not a fool. At this moment, the three armies were in mutiny. Could he not see the situation? The heart of the army can't be scattered. Once the heart of the army is scattered, Great Song will be in danger. Song's kingdom will also collapse and fall. The heart of the army, the foundation of the country. This is the most supreme, but on the other side is his own son, Song Zhengxi. That bastard. Why did you dishonor and kill a military man? I implore you, Marshal, to set the record straight. Those who kill my relatives will be executed. The three armies once again out a loud shout. Gao Xianzi had a jolt in his trance, looked at the three armies and solemnly said, "Generals." The three armies stopped at once and looked at Gao Xianzi together. This marshal has said that those who dishonor and kill their military subordinates, no matter who it is, will be executed by decapitation. Gao Xianzi let out a fierce shout. With a fierce shout, the three armies fell even more silent. No matter who, even if it is the imperial grandson, the same effect, I Gao Xianzi promise you. As long as the imperial grandson really did insult the killing of military personnel, I am stripped of all military positions. But also to report to the emperor, clear justice law. Immediately clear justice law. Gao Xianzi droned fiercely. Prince Song stumbled. It was as if his strength had been instantly drained away. The generals who were originally worried suddenly had a tremor in their hearts, trusting Gao Xianzi more and more. The marshal will do what he says. He will definitely do it. Marshal, are you serious about this? How am I going to trust you? Lin Chong said with red eyes. Others do not know. Lin Chong is clear. Not long ago Gao Xianzi also wanted to cover up for the emperor grandson. Now, he is not going to cheat himself again, right? Lin Chong had experienced the previous conspiracy, but was afraid to trust Gao Xianzi. Gao Xianzi looked at Lin Chong and sighed in his heart. I'll do what I say, since you are worried. Then immediately depart with me to Song City, the capital of the dynasty. And as long as the matter is true, I will immediately ask the emperor to behead the imperial grandson. Okay, Gao Xianzi solemnly said. Marshal personally traveling to Chengdu. The crowd of generals immediately revealed a look of surprise. At this moment, Gao Xianzi could not help himself. This matter must be done solemnly, otherwise, the suspicion in the hearts of the generals will become more and more terrible. In the brewing, slowly let Gu Hai take advantage of. Thank you, Marshal. Thank you, Marshal. Lin Chong continuously kowtowed. Generals. Gao Xianzi looked to the hundreds of thousands of generals. Today, our military camp. Why did it become like this? I still have to say that everything is a conspiracy of Gu Hai. But I think there must be some people who don't believe it. However, what I, Gao Xianzi, guaranteed, I never failed to honor it. I hope you all believe in me, Gao Xianzi, I said. Those who insulted and killed their military subordinates will be decapitated. Definitely is like a mountain military order. Lin Chong and a group of imperial city generals followed me into the imperial capital. Is to give you all a witness, clear justice. I hope you all don't be mesmerized by any other false news again. Because all of this is a plot by Gu Hai, Gao Xianzi droned out. The generals of the three armies looked at each other and frowned tightly. Yes, none of these things happened before. But now the whole army has mutinied. Is it really caused by Gu Hai? Some believed it, while others remained a bit unconvinced that Gu Hai wasn't a god. How could he be so capable? My request is not high, as long as all of you, during my absence from the camp, don't believe in any more rumors. Even if you have any more grievances, when I come back, I'll make the decision for all of you. And in the meantime, everything will be subject to the military orders. How? Gao Xianzi droned out. The generals of the three armies looked towards Gao Xianzi, the worship of the past coupled with Gao Xianzi's uprightness. For a moment, countless people responded. Yes, honor the marshal's order. Honor the order. The generals of the three armies shouted, promising not to blow up the camp during Gao Xianzi's departure from the camp, regardless of any rumors, and to wait for Gao Xianzi's return. Lin Chong, you and the others follow me back to the imperial capital. Get ready immediately. 1 hour later, set off. Gao Xianzi droned. Yes, Lin Chong and the others shouted. Gao Xianzi once again pacified the entire army and returned to the tent. In the tent, Prince Song was lost in thought. Looking at Gao Xianzi, his face was complicated. Gao Xianzi wanted to go back to kill his own son, but he could not do anything about it. Really could not do anything about it. There was resentment and fire in his heart, but there was nothing he could do. Crown Prince, according to what was said before, you immediately reorganize the 800,000 strong army and immediately head towards Hudian Pass. Quick, 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 Gao Xianzi said with an ugly face. I will, just, when will you be back? Prince Song said bitterly. Gao Xianzi did not have the heart to comfort Crown Prince Song at this moment. The great matter of the country is not to be lost. With Crown Prince Song's wisdom, he should be able to see that. I'm traveling to Chengdu at fire speed. It will take 8 days. From Chengdu, I will go straight to Hudian Pass, about 14 days. There might be a delay in Chengdu, so I can come back in about 20 days. While you lead the whole army to Hudian Pass, with a large army running, the speed will definitely be slow. And it will also take 20 days to arrive at Hudian Pass, and almost by the time you guys arrive at Hudian Pass, we'll be back, Gao Xianzi said in a deep voice. Armageddon now. Yes, I have studied Gu Hai's art of war, and he once said surround by 10, attack by 5, and divide by times. It would have been best to encircle. To psychologically crush the remnants of Chen's army is the best, but the opponent is Gu Hai. Further delay, more and more unfavorable to us, can only be a strong attack. I understand that at this moment. A strong attack, on the contrary, it will provoke the enemy army to fight to the death. At that time, our army is bound to suffer heavy losses, but choose the lesser of two evils. It can only be immediately consolidate the troops and go straight to the Tiger Firmament Pass. After the break of the pass, the state of Chen will be broken, and then everything will be over. Gao Xianzi said in a deep voice. I know, but if you go this way, will it be a trap for Gu Hai? Will he ambush you? Prince Song frowned. If it's according to the normal plan of transferring a tiger away from the mountain, it definitely will be. This is the best chance, however. He's Gu Hai, I can't guess him, however, don't worry. I have my defenses. I will follow with a group of elites. At the same time, doesn't the Song Armor sect have strong people above the innate realm? They always have to spy on me firsthand, so, by following me, they will protect me to a certain extent. Gao Xianzi solemnly said. My royal secret guards are also transferred to you. Prince Song gritted his teeth. Sending countless experts to protect Gao Xianzi to kill his own son. Prince Song's heart was also in agony. Gao Xianzi, however, did not refuse and nodded. There are our spies in the Tiger Prison Pass. The Crown Prince is going here, and the spies are working together inside and outside, so be careful with everything. After explaining a bit, he quickly people left the camp towards Song City, the capital of the dynasty. Song City, Chon Mansion. Gu Hai was sipping double clear tea when Gu Hong quickly ran in. Righteous Father, a flying pigeon wrote, Gao Xianzi left the camp with a group of people. He should be coming straight to Song City, leaving the camp at this moment. Should we leave him behind? Gu Han said with a hint of excitement. No need, can't keep him beside Gao Xianzi. There must be strong men like forests. Trying to assassinate him is simply impossible. Follow the plan. Gu Hai sipped his tea and laughed. Yes,